Hey, what's up, gang? Hope you guys having a good day. I'm just reading up on this space force that President Trump is proposing, and I'm all for it. I think it's a good idea, and and also it's a very practical idea because if you have other nations like Russia and China launching satellites or launching weapons or whatever up in orbit that could knock out our communications, knock out our missiles, knock down our satellites or whatever. It's best that we have defenses up there as well, for national security, you know. And so the whole idea of the Space Force, I mean, I think it's long overdue. And it kind of reminds me of Reagan's idea back in the 80s. Because a lot of people don't remember that back in the 1980s, President Ronald Reagan he proposed the Star Wars program, and from what I remember, I think the Star Wars program was about launching satellites up in orbit that can knock out Soviet missiles before they could hit U.S. targets, if I'm not mistaken. So when I first heard on the news about Trump having a space force, it kind of went back. I kind of went back in my memory, like, hey, that kind of reminds me of back in the 80s when Reagan was talking about not space force, but the Star Wars program and everything. So I don't know if this is gonna be like an extension of it, or it's the same Star Wars program under another name. I don't know, but I'm all for it though. And even Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's all for it. And what he said was the first thing that popped in my head when I first heard about the Space Force. The whole scenario of an asteroid or comet about to crash into Earth. And I'm like, it'd be a good idea if we had like some satellites or spaceships up in Earth orbit, they can like either shoot a laser or shoot like a nuclear missile at an asteroid or comet that's about to slam into the Earth. So I mean, he's pretty much thinking what I was thinking because that's the first thing that popped in my mind when I first heard about the Space Force. And I'm all for human progress and the survival of the human species. And I think that us having the presence up in space, especially military wise, is a good idea. For defense and also for like survival of civilization. You know, and so we was talking about like protect the Earth from asteroids. I'm like, that's a perfect reason why we should have a space force. Saying saying because we don't want to end up like the dinosaurs. But let me just read you this Wikipedia article. United States Space Force. The United States Space Force, USSF, is a proposed sixth branch of the United States Armed Forces intended to have control over military operations in outer space. It would absorb the operations and duties of the Air Force Space Command, a major command of the United States Air Force that currently handles and supports most of the country's military operations in space. And read like the background of it. In 2017, the National Security Strategy cited the protection of space infrastructure as one of the Pentagon's top priorities. A report by the United States intelligence community in February 2018 warned that Russia's and China's anti-satellite ASAT weapons could shoot down American satellites within 2 or 3 years, endangering the country's navigation, communications, and reconnaissance networks. So this right here shows that there's a practical reason why we should have a space force, and I don't know why like a lot of people are they're laughing at the idea as if it's something stupid. The reason why they're doing that because it's a Trump idea, or Trump is proposing it and everything. So it's like whatever Trump does, it's laughable, that's a joke, blah blah blah. And but I mean, shoot, it's a good idea. And also, it's a cool ass idea because, shoot, this is 2018, man. This is the 21st century. Shoot, man, we should have been, we should have been back on the moon by now. We should have been on Mars by now. So we were like way behind in human progress when it comes down to space exploration And I think that the whole idea of having a military in space will further advance space exploration. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't like a lot of people don't like the idea of a space force because they think space should be all about exploration, it should be all about science, which is good. I'm not knocking that, but I'm thinking that if you have like a military presence up in space, it would advance space exploration technology. You know, so if you have like advancements in weaponry, with combat in space, it would improve spaceship designs, satellite designs, whatever, and everything. And I really think they shouldn't have scrapped the shuttle program. They should have just advanced it. They should like advance the shuttle program so they can have like make a shuttle that can land on the moon or something like that. But that's just my opinion. But like I said, man, the whole idea of a space force is a brilliant idea, and we should be doing stuff like on Star Trek, Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica. You know what I'm saying? I can't see how people think space force is a bad idea. I'm like, shoot, man. I said, what if we get invaded, by some Martians or some shit? You know what I'm saying? We gotta be ready. Tell them what's out there, but I'm just joking. But but I think the whole idea of Space Force is cool as hell though. All right, I just make these like short, random videos. But if you like my rants and my short little videos, just click a like on the video. You're free to comment. You can share my videos and make sure you subscribe and share my videos, whatever. All right, guys. All right, peace out.